Alright, what's up, full-time family? Bear with me, we're going to get some stuff rolling, get this started. We're just going to chill out for a little bit. We're going to preview UFC London, preview UFC 223, and then I'm going to play a little bit of an interview from Darren Till that I thought was pretty dope. And then also, the UFC dropped promo for UFC 223, run through that, and then I'll probably get out of here. So maybe 60 minutes, maybe a little longer, we'll see. But with that being said, I'm going to roll the intro, and also there's going to be a little bit of, technical, still trying to figure some stuff out with these streams, so let's go. Back to the daily grind, and y'all know we gotta talk about this, but before we do, make sure you hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time MMA. Alright, so I'm going to start off probably going over UFC London since that's what's on the screen. What up, full-time family? Did someone say London? Oh, yeah, UFC London, brother. We got UFC London, Fabricio Verdum, versus Alexander Volkov, right? Yeah, we got that going on. Then, of course, UFC 223. There's a week off, though. We got a week off in between now and UFC London, so we got a little bit of time. So, but with that being said, see, I got that going. Check this out. I'm going to try and figure this out. Check me out. I think I figured out how we can do reactions and stuff. Let's take that off. Okay, yeah, so bear with me. I'm still trying to figure some stuff out. So I need to copy this. Alright, so yeah, I'll figure that out in a little bit. But I think whenever I go full screen like that, though, that I can, play a video and it won't be like copyright because I'm just reacting to it. And especially in the middle of something like this where we're going to be on for an hour or something. So I am going to get that going because I want to show you guys this UFC 223 official trailer. I haven't watched it yet because I wanted to wait for this because I think I figured it out. But with that being said, that's why I don't even know if you guys can hear me on that screen. Hey, whenever I went full screen like that, could you guys hear me? Let me know in the chat. Alright, yeah, I don't know how to. I have to get the fucking webcam back up on there. Can I copy this thing, man? Copy filter? Oh, yeah, copy. There we go. There we go. I got somebody's dog at my door if you can't hear them scratches. Alright, can you guys hear me? Oh, you couldn't. You can't even see me now, let alone hear me. Okay, yeah, I'm figuring it out. My bad, full-time family. You know what I'm saying? We're figuring some stuff out. Why not figure it out? Alright, dog. Alright, I better come in here and chill. I got the fucking nerd herd coming in here, man. These fucking dogs. Alright, so now you guys can hear me on this screen, I'm sure. So I gotta get the audio input capture. Boom. I told you I'm fucking becoming a computer whiz over here. Now you guys should be able to hear me on this full screen. Now I gotta move that back up. Boom. Now let me know if you guys can hear me when I do that. We working now? Video but no audio. Full time's John Cena. You can't see me. Full time Cena in the motherfucking house. Hell yeah. Yep, all jiggy over there now. That's good to see. Hey, you dogs, you guys can't be in here if you're going to be playing, man. That's not what this is. Alright, bye, dogs. Take the dogs upstairs, please. They were scratching on my door. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.
I didn't know. I thought you were.
Alright, yeah, no, I'm not. Alright, well, alright, guys, 1 second. We got Alexander Volkov. I got fucking all these fucking nerds in here. I gotta lock my door. Now we're good. Yo, what's up, everybody? Alright, so now when we go full screen, you can still hear me. But I think I've got to add a whole nother webcam or another display capture, maybe. Maybe not, man. This shouldn't. Let's see. When I go to the YouTube official trailer, yeah, you guys can see that pretty cool. I hope this doesn't affect the other screen. I'll make it a little bigger. A little too big. Alright, yeah, we can probably do it like that whenever we're ready for that. Alright, so with that being said, we should be all good and ready to rock and roll. So, full-time family, should we go over the preview, like the Fight Pass prelims? This whole card's on Fight Pass. You guys want to go over the Fight Pass prelims or just the main card? I'm probably not doing predictions, but just look over them. I mean, I see Cajun Johns fighting Rustam Kabalov. I actually like that fight, but the rest of these guys, Alex Reyes, he got knocked out by Mike Perry in his UFC debut, I believe, on short notice. He's getting another UFC fight. We got a heavyweight fight. I believe that's heavyweight fight between Mark Godbeer and another dude I'm not too familiar with. Paul Craig, the Bear Jew, fighting Magomed Ankalaev. Okay. You know, Cajun Johnson, if you guys don't know who he is, he's that fighter, rapper dude that, you know, got into it with Ali Quinta, but he's also pushing for fighter rights and stuff like that. And then he's fighting, you know, Rustam Kabalov, you know, the UFC. He's fighting for, you know, he's the guy that spoke out at the UFC retreat, like about, you know, the Reebok deal or whatever. He stood up in the middle and asked him about the, you know, he's the guy that made noise at that UFC fighters retreat. Now the UFC's throwing him to fucking Rustam Kabalov, 21-3. This looks like one of Khabib's homies, don't he? 31 years old, not fucking around. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fight winning streak. Yeah, they're throwing Cajun John. This guy should be ranked low key. What's really going on? Okay, Desmond Green's last fight, didn't his opponent miss weight? If I'm not mistaken, in Desmond Green's last fight, this guy might have missed weight. If I'm not mistaken, that could have been somebody else. Either way, though, he's on a 5-fight winning streak, and he's going to be fighting Cajun Johnson. They're like, hey, you want to speak up? Boom, Russian killer, about to smother his ass. Well, that's might be what happens. We'll see what, you know, I think Cajun Johnson's coming off of a knockout, pretty impressive knockout, if I'm not mistaken, actually. Yeah, round 3 TKO over Adriano Martins. He's on a 3-fight winning streak himself, and they're opening up the Fight Pass prelims. So a lot of people actually might even miss that fight. Oh, this is a morning card. This card is going to be early in the morning. What, 1:45 p.m. Eastern time, so that's going to be 12:45 my time. So about noon for me, you know, afternoon card for where I'm at. But so after Paul Craig, that fight, I like that fight. I'm looking forward to Paul Craig's fight. Danny Henry versus Hakeem Owadu. I don't know much about either one of these guys. Honestly, never heard of either one. Jack Marshman versus Eliseo Zaleski dos Santos. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Both of those guys are people. You know, I know both of those guys, so it's a fight I'm interested in. This guy's got I seen him in somebody. Yeah, he's got 4-fight winning streak, or is it longer? 4-fight winning streak. Only one loss in the UFC. 31 years old, win over Max Griffin. That's where I seen his name when I was doing research for my Max Griffin, Mike Perry fight. Fight of the night with Max Griffin. Got that win, though. So he's on a 4-fight winning streak, and he's going to be fighting Jack Marshman. Jack Marshman, 22-7. Coming off of a loss to Shoeface, Antonio Carlos Jr. Win over Ryan James. Yeah, that's going to be a fun fight. I'll definitely be watching that fight for sure. We've got, who else is on the main card? Or this is still the prelims. We got Danny Roberts, Hot Chocolate, versus the Future, Oliver Enkamp. Oh shit, he's the Future, 7-1. Holy smokes, this my guy looks so young. Family, let me pause. Let me make this bigger so you guys can see how young this guy looks. What? Am I tripping or am I tripping? That nigga looks young. He's only 7-1. He's the Future and shit. That nigga looks like the Future for real. This nigga looks like Kid Trunks. You know what I'm saying? The UFC's Kid Trunks. You got a little nigga whooping ass. Check him out. Let's check him out. What's Oliver Enkamp record in the UFC? Is this only 26 years old? 7-1 from Sweden. Lost his UFC debut via unanimous decision. Nordine Talib, Oliver Enkamp. He lost to Nordine Talib, unanimous. Okay. He's the Future, lost his first UFC fight, entered the UFC at 7-0. Okay, so he's going to be fighting Danny Roberts. I'm like, man, if this fucking dog don't chill. This is my dog. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. Alright. Don't listen. Fucking don't listen. I spoil my dog. He fucking don't listen. Fucking dogs. Can't live with him. Can't live with him. I'm just fucking around. Okay, but we got Danny Roberts. So let's check out Danny Roberts. He fought. I know he had that knockout loss to Mike Perry. That was pretty nasty. But he's fought since then. He's fought twice since then. Okay, I knew he fought at least once since then. Bobby Nash. He picked up a win over Bobby Nash, round 2 TKO. He's also coming off of a loss. Wait, yeah, he's also. Both of these guys are coming off of losses to Nordine Talib. Danny Roberts was knocked out in the first round by Nordine Talib, and that guy lost via unanimous decision. So we'll see who's the tougher Nordine Talib opponent. That's for sure. But yeah, I'll be looking forward to that fight. 14-3 versus 7-1. You know, pretty cool records. We got John Phillips versus Charles Byrd. I remember him from Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. That's for sure. I don't know much about John Phillips, but you know I usually root for Dana White's Tuesday Night Contenders. O'Malley motherfucking hype. What the fuck you really talking about? I can't wait for Benito Lopez's next fight, bro. Benito Lopez, he had an impressive UFC debut, and I'm rooting for that kid too, man. Benito Lopez coming through from Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. Charles Byrd is 9-4. He's a Muay Thai, very athletic, 34 years old. Okay. 2 wins in the UFC already? What? I know them ain't counting his fucking Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series fights, right? Word. I know. Did he win? Maybe it is. Sean O'Malley's fought twice. He's got 2 wins in the UFC since Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. Okay. 2 wins via submission. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Looking forward to Charles Byrd's fight. Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series also came in 2 Ws, both finishes, both submissions, and he's a Muay Thai fighter. You know he's got the striking game. Okay, let's fucking roll. Charles Byrd came in a little late, maybe. He's only got 11 fights at 34 years old. But hey, that's pretty dope. If I'm not mistaken and I'm remembering correctly, he might have been in the service. If remembering correctly from Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. I'm not sure though. But hey, yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight. That's dope. Who's he fighting? John Phillips. I don't know if he's fought in the UFC. Nope, making his UFC debut at 32. All right, 21-6. We can look him up on Sherdog, I suppose. John Phillips. So what I would do if I was doing the prediction, right? John Phillips. Oh, I guess I should put in MMA. That's a pretty fucking common name. John Phillips, MMA, coming over from Budo and Bama. These are the promotions he's been fighting for. Budo 16. All right. John Phillips, I guess if you guys want to see it, might be nosy and want to see what he looks like, right? There's John Phillips. 185 pounds. Yes, this is a middleweight fight. 21-6. 15 KOs, 3 submissions, 0 decisions, 18 KOs, that says. So John Phillips has 21 wins, and he's never won a decision. Every single one of his 21 wins is a finish. Whoa, that's pretty impressive for 21 fights, even though you're fighting in like the Budo and the Bama and the Fight Star and the CFCW. I'm trying to see if he ever fought in Bellator. I'm sure he didn't, though. Any other, LFCs, no. So he hasn't fought in the best organizations probably, but hey, he finishes fights. That's a motherfucking fact. And he's on a 4-fight winning streak at that. So hey, that's going to be a dope fight, and I think that's the last fight on the prelims, so probably went a little too high for that. So let's go back to, this should be the main card, the start of the main card then. That was the whole Fight Pass prelims, but this is the Fight Pass main card. The whole card's on Fight Pass, so. Yeah, Leon Edwards fighting Peter Sabata. Leon Edwards is a beast. His only loss in like his last 6 fights is to Kamaru Usman. And I'm sure he's having a hard time finding ranked opponents. So he's going to be fighting Peter Sabata. Peter Sabata is 31 years old, 17-5, fighting out of Germany. Let's check him out. 2-fight winning streak over Ben Saunders and Nicholas Dalby. Okay, Nicholas Dalby's the guy that had a draw with Darren Till. Darren Till did say he was injured. You know, he was winning the fight in the beginning, but yada yada. But still, impressive win over Nicholas Dalby, formerly undefeated. Ben Saunders, we just saw Ben Saunders. Who just knocked out Ben Saunders? Remember, he like fell backward. It was a pretty crazy knockout. I'm gonna remember who it was. It was one of his friends. He said, I know who it was. The model, fucking Alan Joban. Alan Joban just fought Ben Saunders. So Peter Sabata's got a 2-fight win streak. He lost first round KO to Kyle Noak. Span full history. Let's check him out. Okay. So 2-fight win streak. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Leon Edwards should probably be like a 3-1 favorite in this fight. I'm assuming maybe 2-1. He's going to be the favorite, number 15th ranked. But Peter Sabatot is on a 2-fight winning streak, coming off of a knockout. So I mean, anything can happen in fights. But I would not be too surprised if Leon Edwards is a pretty heavy favorite in that fight. If you're not aware of Leon Edwards' record, let's pull that up for you. We looked at this recently, not too long ago. Oh, my bad. I ain't even checked out the chat, you know, since I've really been talking. But I'll get to you guys in just 1 second. Let's check out Leon Edwards real quick. Leon Edwards versus Brian Barberena. That's a very impressive win. He took him down 3 times. It looks like Brian Barberena outstruck him, but we don't know if those were significant or not, really. Let's see. First, Vicente Luque, winning streak, 4-fight winning streak. Albert Tumanov, Dominic Waters. He's, 6-1 in his last 7 fights. Seth Pazinski. Only losses to Kamaru Usman, who's a fucking dominant force. And that's what Kamaru Usman does to people. So this is going to be a good fight. Leon Edwards, you know, very impressive. 6-1 in his last 7 fights. Top 15 rank. He's going to be fighting to keep his rank. Fighting for a 5-fight winning streak. So, yeah, man, I'm pretty sure Leon Edwards, he's only 26 years old. Very young. And he's fighting out of England. So he'll have the hometown behind him, you know what I'm saying, the home crowd for sure. So yeah, Leon Edwards, I would expect, gets that W. But for a second, let's see what the full-time family's talking about. Fuck's really going on. Let's pull this shit up. I don't even gotta pull it up, low-key. There we go. Oh yeah, dude. Pharmacy Lover said, Mario, unemployed Mario Yamasaki in this joint. Yo, thumbs up, my guy. What is up? Yeah, thumbs up if you're in the building, man. Thank you very much, Mario. Unemployed Mario Yamasaki. Fucking hearts for sure. Yo, full time, you think CM Punk could take Chris Cyborg? That would be a hell of a fight. That's actually a fight someone should propose to the UFC. But I think Chris Cyborg. Yeah, I think Chris Cyborg would probably fuck CM Punk up, to be honest. Probably beat his ass. Now, if he's been training, though, if he's been training since his Mickey Gall fight, he might be working his way up there, and with the size, he might be able to hang. But I'll say, if it was CM Punk versus Mickey Gall in his UFC debut, she would have fucked him up like Mickey Gall. Full time, hope you're doing good. Love your headgear. What is it called? It is called a hat with a tail. Yeah, it's called sweet headgear. No, yeah, I don't know. I don't got a name, man. It's just, you know what I'm saying, something that was handy. People like it. I mean, some people do. Some people, I don't know. I just put it on, man. I ain't got my hair cut. You know what I'm saying? I got lined up. So, you know, I really be having my hats on when I ain't got my hair cut. MMA from the Ring said, I think he beats Holloway also. F the London prelims. I don't care about that, said Stamina MC. I do. I'm going to be watching. Summit K said, wish Darren Till was on the card. Yeah, that'd be dope. But this is a Fight Pass card. Darren Till headlined, you know, a Fight Pass card versus Donald Cerrone. So, I mean, then Darren Till might be, and I don't even know if there's a such thing as too big for Fight Pass. I mean, Conor McGregor's clearly too big for Fight Pass. But I don't know if, you know, outside of Conor McGregor and John Jones, I don't think anybody's too big for Fight Pass, because you got Fabricio Verdun fucking around on Fight Pass. Donald Cerrone was on Fight Pass. You've had some big names on Fight Pass, but you wouldn't have a superstar on Fight Pass. Darren Till's not a superstar yet, but he was just on Fight Pass, so there's not. I think they'll probably put Darren Till on a pay-per-view, or, you know, a big Fox card in the main event. Or there's going to be a UFC Dublin. What is that? I don't know if it's Fight Pass. We can stop talking about Darren Till versus Gunnar Nelson right now if it's on fucking Fight Pass, UFC Dublin. But if it's like Fox Sports, or I don't know, Fox Sports 1, that fight, it could probably headline Fox Sports 1, Darren Till versus Gunnar Nelson. So yeah, as long as it's not Fight Pass. But yeah, I don't think Darren Till, is going to be on Fight Pass anytime soon. But this is a Fight Pass card, that's why I say that. But Fabricio's here, so hey, I mean, it's dope we got Fabricio. You remember there was talks of Darren Till versus like Wonder Boy for a second on this card. A little bit of talks of Michael Bisping versus Vitor Belfort. Like, there was this motherfucking card, low key on paper, was going to be stacked. MMA Addict said, "What's up, full-time fam? Smoke weed every day. Hashtag sober 2018. Fuck you, time Matt." Stamina MC said, F the London prelim. I'm just scrolling up and seeing what y'all been going on. James Dickens said, "What's happening full time? I kind of feel like T-City might have all the 145 in checkmate with his size and reach advantage paired with his superhuman submission game. I think he beats Holloway." I was thinking that just a little bit, but at the same time, I think that's prisoner at the moment. I can't pick really anybody against Max Holloway right now, just because, I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's proved it, you know. So, but I will admit, bro, with what Brian Ortega did to Frankie Edgar, that makes him for sure look like a clear-cut #1 contender, and it makes that fight that much fucking better. But I would probably still lean toward Max Holloway for sure. MMA Vlogger Real Talk Forum said, "Full time is John Cena. You can't see me." I read that earlier. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna read a couple more and then I'll get back to these fucking, these preview and stuff. Stamina MC said, "Don't know who's the better fighter, but there's something about Chiesa I'm really not into as a fighter." Is he on this card or is he on? He's on UFC 223. Full time MMA. Okay. What are we lagging? Where do we go now? I just see my name tagged. I was about to read the comment. Can we do the interview next week? I'll email you. What's your email? Yeah. Speaking of interviews, I'm supposed to be interviewing somebody tomorrow. It might surprise some people. It's not Sean O'Malley though. It's my fucking dog, but it's gonna be funny. Stan MC said, "Can't even." Oh yeah, that's way back earlier. Okay. Let's see. Am I missing anything? Unemployed Mario Misaki said, "I think Pettis versus Ortega would make a good fight." Pettis is back up at lightweight. But yeah, Ortega looked big enough to fight at lightweight. So yeah. Same reach, great jiu-jitsu, and good stand-up. Hey, sounds fun to me. So we talked about Leon Edwards and Peter Sabato. We've also got Tom Duquesnoy versus Terrion Ware. That's going to be a fun fight. Terrion Ware coming off of a loss to Sean O'Malley. Tom Duquesnoy, I think he's on he's lost a fight. He's got 2 fights in the UFC, coming off of a loss to Cody Stamann, who just got a win over, top 10 ranked Brian Caraway. So a loss to Cody Stamann, essentially, in that sense, is he lost to a top 10 opponent. Cody Stamann just proved he was able to make his way into the top 10. So his only loss in the UFC is to Cody Stamann. He's got a win over Patrick Williams. Let's see what's going on with Patrick Williams. I don't know much about Patrick Williams. Oh, what? How is he in the UFC? 36, 8-5, 8-5 record. I guess he came into the UFC when he was what, 7-3. Lost to Chris Beal, got another fight, submitted Alejandro Perez, and then lost to Tom Duquesnoy. So yeah, you can't really take that win for too much. So maybe he's 0-2 here. Maybe, I mean, if I was on my predictions, I'll go to Sherdog and check it out. So he's going to be fighting Terrion Ware. That's going to be a fun fight. 15-2 he's only got 2 losses. He's going to be fighting Terrion Ware. That's going to be a fun fight. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching it. I don't know who I would do my prediction on right now, but I will say that one win in the UFC, like just looking at who it was against, doesn't necessarily mean a lot. That guy, you know what I'm saying? He probably isn't in the UFC still, but he also lost to a top 10 guy. So we'll see what happens in that fight. No prediction off the top of my head. I know that much. Jimmy Manuwa versus Jan Blachowicz. Number 4, Jimmy Manuwa versus number 11, Jan Blachowicz. This is going to be a good fight, especially for London. Jimmy Manuwa's in a little bit of a situation in the top 5 of the light heavyweight. Volkan Ozdemir is supposed to be fighting Glover Teixeira. I don't know if it's officially announced yet, but they're in talks for UFC 224, which means Jimmy Manuwa has to kind of fight down in rankings because above him is either Latifi and Alexander Gustafsson, 2 of his teammates, and none of those guys are going to fight each other. So that might explain why Jimmy's fighting all the way down to number 11, even though he was just knocked out by Volkan Ozdemir. He was coming off of a knockout loss, but still, Jimmy Manuwa's been fighting top 10, top 5 guys. Ovin St. Preux, Corey Anderson, top 15 guys. Jan Blachowicz, is he in the top 15 anymore? Is he? I think he is. He might be number 11, right? Yeah, we just saw he was number 11, right? But yeah, so this is going to be a fun fight. We'll see where Jimmy's at after that knockout loss. Jimmy's a guy that gets real close to the title. He's a really exciting striker. He's got some vicious highlights, but he is 38 years old now, and so with that knockout loss to Volkan Ozdemir, it's like he keeps getting closer and closer to the title shot, and then he took that loss. He was on a 2-fight winning streak, took that loss. Before he fought Rumble Johnson, he beat Jan Blachowicz. So this is a rematch even. So this is a rematch that he already won once via unanimous decision. Looks like a close fight down here, though. 43-44 on the strikes, no takedowns. So, you know, pretty close fight. So, yeah, this is going to be a rematch. I'm picking Jimmy, of course. I mean, he's at home. You know what I'm saying? He's been fighting higher level competition. Let's check out who's his most recent fight against. I don't recall, but I don't think it was super impressive off the top of my head. Jared Cannonier. Yeah, I remember that fight. That I don't remember how the fight played out, but I just for some reason remember it not being super. It doesn't stand out. I mean, clearly, but he got 4 takedowns in the fight. Jan Blachowicz versus Jared Cannonier. 2-fight winning streak. What a win over Devin Clark. Before that, lost to Gustafson and Patrick Cummins. Fun light heavyweight fight. I'd probably lean toward Jimmy Manuwa, though. What's good, full time, said Sam Crow. Not much. What up, Triple OG? We got, one more fight on the UFC London preview, and then we can run that UFC 223 promo, you know, touch up on UFC 223, and then probably head on out of here. Verdun versus Volkov. Man, Verdun has been running through fucking everybody that's not in the top, you know, that's not named Stipe Miocic or Alistair Overeem. But Alexander Volkov, a little bit underrated, I think. I'm going to pick Verdun, but at the same time, you got to think, Verdun's not getting younger. What is he, 40 years old? At one of these times, he's going to lose, and people are going to say, uh-oh, is that the end of him? But he's been looking so good recently, I can't pick against him, man. But the people he's been fighting, I mean, well, Walt Harris for sure. That was, you know, short notice replacement for Derek Lewis. Took the fight short notice, got the job done really fast. Marcin Tybura, flawless victory. He beat him in essentially every aspect, outstruck him. Whenever I was watching the fight, I felt like Fabricio Verdun was walking away with the victory. It wasn't even close. But when you look here on these fight metrics, it tells a different story. It looks a little closer than I think it was. Hey. But then Alistair Overeem, that was a little controversial. I actually thought Fabricio won that fight, except for at the end of the fight, instead of like going for the finish when he had Alistair hurt. I think he just like tried to finish the fight in top position or something, if I remember correctly. So he lost the decision, and it was like, ooh, I didn't expect that. Travis Brown got that W, lost to Stipe. So yeah, man, I'm probably rocking with Fabricio, but I think Volkov's on like a 4-fight winning streak in the heavyweight division. Oh, 3-fight. Okay, he's only got 3 fights in the UFC, 3-fight winning streak. Stefan Struve. We just saw Stefan Struve lost to Andrei Arlovsky. Roy Nelson over at Bellator. Timothy Johnson. You know, he's got some wins over some, you know, some good heavyweight fighters, but those guys are not Fabricio Verdun. So I'm going to be picking Fabricio Verdun. I'm sure he'll be the favorite, but at the same time, putting together a winning streak like that at heavyweight's pretty impressive. Now, with that being said, let's fucking watch this shit, bro. Let's fucking watch this shit. Alright. Y'all ready for this, son? Y'all ready for this, son? First, yeah, y'all are ready. Let's just fucking run it, bro.
This fight don't need no hype. I said that I was gonna beat every single person in this division.
We have very big history. We have to know who's the best lightweight.
Shit, son. We have very big history. Holy shit, son, let's go. Hashtag and new UFC 223 ain't fucking around. Oh.
I've called the bitch ass out numerous times.
I called his bitch ass out numerous times. Oh shit, Tony Ferguson, y'all better quit sleeping on the boy.
I'm already the #1 lightweight in the world.
I am undefeated all my career.
Khabib Nurmagomedov mauls people.
I'm going to smash.
Khabib's gotta have the best accent in the game, bro. Gotta have the best accent in the game for a fighter. I promise. Like, when he says shit, it just sounds like a fucking killer or like a fighter, bro. Like, what did he just say, bro?
Nurmagomedov mauls people.
I'm going to smash him, make him quit, broke something.
I'm going to smash him, make him quit, broke something. Oh, shit.
Smash him, make him quit, broke something.
Broke something.
Go ahead and jump on that bandwagon because that bitch is gonna sink.
Tony Ferguson.
Oh, Tony Ferguson, damn, bro. I don't want Tony Ferguson to lose. I just feel like it's Khabib time. That's the fucked up part about this. That's the fucked up part about this. Fuck. Tony Ferguson had to go on this long-ass streak of kicking ass, and then he had to go through this interim title bullshit while Conor does his Thug Thizzle, and now he's got to fight Khabib. Fuck. This is kind of like O'Malley Sukunta, going into it, you don't want him to lose, one of your, because you're rooting for him, you don't want either one of the people you're rooting for to lose. I'm rooting for Tony Ferguson, too. I just feel like it's Khabib time.
Once I hit you with my jab and you taste nickels, I'll choke your bitch ass out.
Did this nigga just saying you taste nickels? Oh shit, cause blood get it? No, is that what he said? Once I hit you in your face and you taste nickels, choke your bitch ass out? Let's fucking go.
Taste nickels, I'll choke your...
Oh, we're gonna go back a little bit farther.
Once I hit you with my jab and you taste nickels, I'll choke your bitch ass out.
When cage close, I'm gonna snatch this guy.
Don't close your eyes.
Family, fuck, bro. I hope this fucking fight happens, man. I really hope this fight happens. I hope this fight happens. That shit was fucking lit, bro. Alright, that was the UFC 223 official trailer. So with that being said, let's check out the UFC 223 fight card. Schedule, upcoming events. UFC 223, April 7th. So about a month from now. Pretty stacked fight card. Let's see, we need to go over a little more for y'all to see the whole card. Alright, so this is the full card. I'll do this like we did UFC London. I'll start at the bottom and just give a little bit of comments on all the fights. Of course, Tony Ferguson, Khabib, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Rose Namajunas. There's a lot of people that think Rose just exposed Joanna, bro. There's a lot of people that think Joanna's done for. There's a lot of people that think Joanna is fucking dead meat. I don't, but I'm low-key surprised at the amount of people that just think it's over. If it is, it is. It is what it is. But damn, bro, I'm kind of surprised at all the people that think Joanna's just fucking chopped liver. Niggas are really running around here acting like Joanna is chopped liver, bro. What's going on, full-time fan? I gotta see what y'all think about that. I gotta see what y'all think about that. Sam Crow said, Doug Rose, Doug Rose. Let's go. MMA Addict said, BBB isn't even funny. Not worth the time. Sad thing is he's probably still watching. Who's not funny? I missed that, I'm sure. I think Tony will give bada bing, bada boom in the room. What up, OG, triple OG? Mario, I'm currently making Whoppers. That's what's up, man. Hey, I'm fucking down with the fast food workers. I'm the type of motherfucker come through, order a Whopper, say please and thank you. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of motherfucker I am. Not do a bunch of extra shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you're flipping Whoppers, man, I'm fucking, hey, get it in, man. Get that fucking work. Glad I can fucking be in your ears while you're flipping them burgers, man. Given Surname said he got sent into the ether. Young Gabriel came in here talking shit and got clipped up by Bada Bing, Bada Boom. Not fucking around. That's what I'm saying. Good shit, Bada Bing, Bada Boom. My dog's ready to go. Alright. Alright. I'll see you in a little bit, homie. Coming in here in my fucking area anyway. I guess April's going to be an awesome month. All the cards look dope. Yeah, man. I don't know what UFC 225 is in Chicago, so that's gonna be dope too. Curtis Blades versus who's Curtis Blades? Did he get Alistair Overeem? That's gonna be dope. CM Punk's coming back. That's gonna be fun. Who's fighting on that card? Carla Esparza. Is it Claudia Gadelha? There's a super dope female fight announced for UFC 225. I think it's Carla Esparza, Claudia Gadelha, if I'm not mistaken. It's Tony. Wait, did somebody say it's Tony time, bitches? Please tell me somebody. MMA Addict said it's Tony time, bitches. Nobody talk about Tony time. Yes, let's fucking go, MMA Addict. It's Tony time, bitches. I love it. Set me up. And nobody talk about Tony time. Sam Crow said, no, dude, that fight is going all 5 rounds unless Tony pulls off a sub off his back. Can't fucking wait for that fight. Stamina MC said, Ferguson has been given the bum steer this whole time. If Dana is to be taken literally, and he rarely should, Tony might be undisputed lightweight champ for half an hour. Poor guy. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. As soon as a punch is thrown, which means we know Conor's going to be stripped. So if Conor got stripped today, Tony Ferguson would go in the books as lightweight champion. But since we're waiting until a punch is thrown, you know what I'm saying? When Conor gets stripped, he's only the champion for as long as the fight goes. If Khabib happens to win, Tony Ferguson's the champion for like a round, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, if Khabib wins early. Maybe, you know, yeah, so that's pretty insane. Tony's definitely getting the short end of the stick, but at the same time, where he's at in his career, he's still very accomplished, respected by all the fighters. You know what I'm saying? He should be. Tony Ferguson, in my opinion, should at least be respected by all the fighters, and I'm pretty sure he is. There's a couple people that probably talk shit, but Tony Ferguson, that's a fighter's fighter. You want to talk about fighter's fighter and all of that shit? Tony Ferguson is a fighter's fighter. That's for motherfucking sure. Clayton Funky said, but man, I won't pick a winner on that fight. Thug Rose versus Joanna, who y'all got, said Given Surname. That's what I'm talking about. Sam Crow said she tapped the strikes. Didn't GSP tap the strikes before, if I'm not mistaken? Troll Buster said, what's up, fuckers? I'm drunk on this lovely night. That's what's up, man. Happy birthday, Troll Buster in the building. It's 12:06 where I'm at, so it's 6 minutes past your birthday, but we're still celebrating in this bitch. Fuck you, time, Matt. What's up, Troll Buster? Happy birthday, man. Hope you had a good one. Given your name said Joanna got pieced up. Yeah, man, but you know what I'm saying? Does that make her chopped liver? Come on. Is she chopped liver? I don't think she's chopped liver. Sam Crow said, I love both those ladies. I do too. I'm a Rose fan, but I think if Joanna wins, they're going to be fighting again. If Joanna wins, it's going to be a trilogy in this joint. You know what I'm saying? Very possible. I don't know who's going to win. I'm just saying. I see motherfuckers acting like Joanna is chopped liver. Given Surname said, yeah, that's a good point. She didn't seem to accept that she needed to improve some shit. I see what you're saying with that. Third Eye first said, what it do? Not much. What up, Third Eye? Unemployed Mario Yamasaki said, Rose Number Eunice will ride through the favelas on horseback and take Joanna's head clean off. Mark my word. Like some Game of Thrones shit, yo. That's what, hey, speaking of Game of Thrones, y'all know I'm still like fucking 2 episodes behind, even though the season's been over, because I got pissed off. I missed one season and it got episode and got spoiled for me, and so I didn't watch it. I'm about to watch them 2 episodes tonight, bro. I'm telling you what. Stamina MC said, Joanna cut weight. Joanna cut weight check. That's a good one. Joanna cut weight check. Kept it a buck at the post-fight presser, but ever since then, she's been on some bullshit. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe that's her team. You know, maybe her team tells her that's a better look. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what her manager would tell her. Like, you know, like, I understand, you know, the better woman, you don't want to make an excuse, but, you know, maybe it'd be better for the fans' sake. I don't know. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. The post-fight presser, she did her Thug Thizzle, but since then, I think there's been, what, 2, 3 different excuses, maybe? MMA vlogger Real Talk Forum said, hey, full-time MMA, I'm not trolling. I'm really down to do the interview. Hopefully we get more full-time family to get in the interview and live stream. Yeah, I'm going to start figuring out Google Hangouts. Multiple people can hop in. Anybody that wants to can hop in. That's what I'm going to figure out really soon. I'm going to spoil it for you guys since y'all are kicking it with me tonight and just chilling. I'm going to be interviewing Felony Charles Bennett again tomorrow just because I told you I never had a problem with the guy. So I hit him up and said, hey, let's talk about UFC Orlando, UFC 222. And fuck it, let's talk about Candy-Lay one time, you know? I thought it was respectful to not ask about Vanderlei because that's what everybody asks about. So I thought it's better to not ask about him. But I see, you know, he wants to talk about it. So, hey, let's fucking talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, throw my guy, you know what I'm saying? He's my guy. So I'm going to do at least one more interview with him, talk about some UFC and shit. We're just going to talk UFC, so let's fucking get it. unemployed Mario Yamasaki said, I'm the boogie woman. I'm the boogie. The boogie woman is coming for you, Rose. She said that shit like a superstar. The boogie woman is coming for you, Rose. Like that was a song. The boogie woman is coming for you, Rose. The boogie woman is coming for you, Rose. Like she was singing that shit, and she put her hand out like a rock star. The boogie woman is coming for you, Rose. Yo. Anyway, Addict said, fuck yeah, homie, fuck snakes. Fuck snakes and instigators. That's what I'm saying. Fuck you, Ty, man. You know what I'm saying? I rolled through the trolls. I rolled through it. I fucking rolled with the punches. Now, I respect a good troll like any other man. You know what I'm saying? And the instigators, they can instigate. But the thing about an instigator is, unless you let it really fuck with you, because I've seen people on Felony's live streams like, full-time said this, full-time said this. You don't buy into that shit just because motherfuckers is lying and instigating and shit. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. You know, and if someone does take offense because somebody else says something, then that's on them as well. But I hit him up. He hit me back. Let's do it. What time tomorrow? Stamina MC said the felony train doesn't stop anywhere near where I live. No relevance to my life. Haha. I hear you, man. Clayton Funky said no one talked about those leg kicks from Sukumthoth. One got O'Malley real good, started the process of the leg problem. I mean, anyone that was hating or rooting against Sean O'Malley, as long as Sukumthoth landed one leg kick anywhere in the fight, you could probably say, oh, look, that's probably what made it weak. So when he threw it, boom. So it's kind of because of Sukumthoth. But either way, I mean, it's spilt milk now. Even if you want to give Sukumthoth credit for injuring O'Malley's leg, then if you're going to fucking work to injure his leg, then you let him stand on that joint. So, I mean, even if, you know, it's spilt milk. It's all under the rug at this point. You can give Sukumthoth credit for injuring his leg, but then he didn't capitalize off of it. So either way, O'Malley wins. I mean, you can try and make his win look worse for whatever reason you want. I don't know why he got the W. It don't matter how it happened at this point. You could say, doo-doo-doo, fuck that. O'Malley got, you know what I'm saying? And I can't wait for Ariel Helwani's show tomorrow, the MMA hour, because O'Malley's going to be on there. And I want to hear where he felt the break take place. Was it when he kicked or was it when he stepped back? I really have a good feeling he's going to say it's how he stepped backwards, possibly. I possibly think that. Or it could have been that he, like, you know, kicked his fucking elbow. You ever kick somebody's fucking elbow, dog? That shit'll hurt. But yeah, either way, I'm looking forward to that interview on fucking Ariel Helwani. Tyler Lee said, hey, Jordan, what's good, homie? Do you think the UFC should promote Francis and Derek Lewis as a big Mandingo fight? I don't think that's politically correct. I mean, I think in the back of everyone's minds, that's kind of what it is. Anybody that's watched Django Unchained or knows even darker history before that and pays attention to that shit, I mean, anybody that's aware of fucking Mandingo fights, I don't see how it doesn't just stick out to me. I wasn't even on, bro, before that movie, Django Unchained, I didn't even know about Mandingo fights like that. I might have seen it in one movie before, but it never stuck out like that movie. Thank you very much, David Lucas, for joining the full-time family. Much appreciated, good sir, for hitting that subscribe. But I don't know if the UFC can market it as a Mandingo fight, as you say, because that just seems kind of racist. But I just, hey, to me, that's funny as fuck, because that's what it seems like. Everyone wants to see that fight. I mean, even Curtis Blades versus Alistair Overeem, you kind of got the same thing. But then, to be fair, anytime, you know, you have two black heavyweights fighting, people can say that. Should they market every... I don't know. That just seems... Yeah. So, fuck no. The answer's fuck no. I'm trying to, you know, the troll in me's trying to fucking justify it somehow. But no, you can't do that. You can't fucking do that. But at the same time, it's still funny. It's still funny. And Eve, there's going to be some people, how is that funny? Oh, God. Oh, God. Some people don't have a sense of humor. That's one thing about the MMA community. A lot of people don't have a sense of humor, the same sense of humor as you. Even if they have a little bit of a sense of humor, it's fucking, they'll take offense to one thing. Like, oh yeah, we can laugh about these 20 things, but you called me this, so now, fuck you forever. It's like, oh, I thought we were always laughing. I'm always telling jokes. I'm fucking low-key a wannabe comedian. I'm always telling jokes. 98% of the time, I'm fucking joking. you know, aside from when I'm spitting facts or knowledge or something, I'm joking, being sarcastic. You know, people that know me know that, but I don't know. You joke with someone 98% of the time, they're cool with it, and that one time, especially, fucking think about it. Some of these niggas I be thinking got roid rage. You've been listening since day one, and then today you got a problem, and then you're fucking jumping out the window on me. It's like, holy smokes, dog! I thought you knew me. I thought you was a fan since day one. You know I'm joking, but you guys get what I'm saying. MMA vlogger Real Talk Forum said, once Cyborg KOs a man, Nunes. What? Once Cyborg KOs Amanda Nunes. I see what you're saying. The only fight that makes sense is Cyborg versus Gabby Garcia. No excuse. Gabby fights 120-pound grandma. She can fight Cyborg. MMA vlogger Real Talk Forum said, Gabby Garcia fights 120-pound grandmas. Fuck out of here. Not 120 pounds, though. She was fighting an older lady in her last fight, but she had some muscle on her. My man, my nigga, she be fucking putting grannies in the torture rack, bro. But no, Gabby Garcia and Chris Cyborg are really good friends. I honestly don't think they would fight on some fucking Alexander Gustafsson, Jimmy Manuwa, either Latifi shit. But after Cyborg does fight Amanda Nunes and win, like a lot of people are probably expecting, then it is time to fuck all of the personal issues. Megan Anderson, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Cindy Dandois, Pam Bam Sorensen, where y'all at? Cyborg needs to fight 145 pounders. Yeah, I know y'all want $100,000. I mean, if you can get a 135-pound chick to take the fight, knowing they're about to get their ass kicked by a much bigger chick, why can't you get a chick that's that much bigger to get her ass whooped? I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you're Yana Kunin, Sakai, or any of these chicks signing on the dotted line to fight Cyborg, how are you finding all of these smaller chicks that got more testicular fortitude, vaginal fortitude? Yeah, we'll use that. That's pretty good. Let me wait for the head movement. Head movement. Hey. Jim Fong just joined the full-time family. Much appreciated, good sir. But what I was saying is, how can you find all of these bantamweights with the vaginal fortitude to sign the dotted line and fucking take that L to Cyborg, but all of these 145-pounders are like, nah. Why? Just take the 100K. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just for the payday, as Tanya Evinger said, a lot of these girls are just fighting Cyborg for the payday. Okay, why can't you get a 145-pounder to fight her for a payday? It's time. After Amanda Nunes, one of these chicks gotta fucking walk up to that altar and get sacrificed to the Cyborg machine at 145 pounds. Once you take out the queen of bantamweight, you motherfuckers gotta play paper, rock, scissors. Pam Sorensen, Cindy Dandois, and Megan Anderson. Paper, rock, scissors tournament, motherfucker. One of y'all's fighting Cyborg, bro. That's all I'm saying. Stamina MC said Derek Lewis versus Francis Ngannou. Black on black crime. I know that's, bro. You know how like when Derek Lewis, before Francis Ngannou fought for the title and shit, way back when people were talking about Derek Lewis Francis, he was like, you know, everybody wants to see me fight Francis. You know, that's black on black crime. Everyone wants to see black on black crime. I'm low key curious because I don't think that's what it is. Is it the Mandingo factor? Is it? I'm gonna have to talk to somebody that's more educated on this subject than me. I'm gonna have to talk to somebody, you know, somebody realistically. Do y'all, whenever people want to see Derek Lewis versus Francis, do y'all think Mandingo fight? Somebody better be fucking honest with me, because I want to know if that has anything to do with it. Because I need to know if at somebody's Thanksgiving dinner, the word Mandingo ever comes up. And hey, it'd be good, you know what I'm saying? But not, it's got to be somebody that's not white. Like if you're Asian, if you're Mexican, I mean someone that's not black. If you're Asian, if you're Mexican, or if you're white. Hey, do y'all ever think about that shit? I need your perspective. Clayton Funky said not O'Malley won for sure. Oh yeah, I definitely thought he won the first and the second round anyway. Not even talking about the third round. The first and the second round I thought he had. MMA Vlogger Real Talk Forum. Oh, I already read that one. MMA Vlogger Real Talk Forum also said, we just got to scroll down. So now I got to scroll back up. What did MMA Vlogger Real Talk Forum just say? He said, woman heavy, Cyborg belt, Gabby versus Garcia. Yeah, they're friends. They'll never fight, as Stamina MC said. 007 said, unblock me. How are you blocked if you're right here talking? Clayton Funky said, no sports have a sense of humor. Thanks, CNN. Fucking sense of humor is going out the window. Given Surname said, not this time, Mr. Bond. Unemployed Mario Yamasaki, what do you think about Erk's Crow Cop going to Bellator? I honestly didn't even see that news yet. I just saw John Fitch sign with him. But hey, Bellator, I mean, maybe he'll sign on as a heavyweight alternate. Mirko Crow Cop. Interesting. Have some fun fights. Mirko versus Fedor and shit. Some fun old heavyweight fights. Roy Nelson and shit. They're doing their thing over there. Tyler Lee said, yeah, I meant it as a joke. I'm laughing over here right now. Bada bing, bada boom. Why were you blocked in the first place? That's what I'm saying. Tyler Lee said, yeah, been a fan prob since day 2. Much appreciated, Tyler Lee. 007 Bond said, because I said Bennett was a bum and now Charles is shitting on full time. No, man, he's not shitting on me for one, and for two, it depends on how you. I wouldn't just block you because there's a lot of people that think Charles Bennett, they have a different opinion than Charles Bennett. I wouldn't block you just because you said that shit, unless you were being disrespectful to me, like, oh, fuck you, you and Charles. If you were talking shit to me, but I don't see myself blocking you just because you said that, because that's your opinion. Maybe someone else did, but hey, I mean, I would unblock you if I knew that was a fact. But I don't even, what's your main account? How are you in here on 007 talking about unblock me? But sometimes when you get blocked, you gotta be careful, man, because there might be a list I gotta dig through or some crazy shit to unblock you. MMA Addict said, for real though, why is everyone going crazy with Dern's looks? She looks quite below average to me. I mean, she's got the cheeks and shit. Like, I was listening to one of Brendan Schaub's podcast, Big Brown Breakdowns, and he said she's easily by far the hottest chick in the UFC now. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, maybe, like, for one, like, the cheeks were there. Real niggas know what I'm saying. It's hard to watch that fight and not see she's just doing, just jumping up and down or whatever. Somebody said she twerked to win the fight. I thought that was pretty funny. But hey, won the fight for me. No, but real note though, the people going into the fight, that was a big conversation. Before the fight, that was a big conversation, her looks. And there's people, like I said, as Brendan Schaub said, she's the hottest chick in the UFC. And there's people like you who don't see it. I mean, I don't know if she's the hottest chick in the UFC. I won't go that far, but as far as her looks, maybe it's because it's her jiu-jitsu and her looks. Maybe that's why she's such a big star. If she was just coming over just a jiu-jitsu ace, you know what I'm saying? If all she was doing was choking chicks out, she might not have the same star level. I'm sure there's some chicks in jiu-jitsu that look like fucking Vanderlei that are savages, but they're not going to become a star because they don't look good or whatever. So maybe it's because she's really high-leveled in jiu-jitsu and she looks really good. So it combines to make, a bigger star. But there's probably some people with higher level jiu-jitsu than her that aren't the same level of star because they don't have those looks. And also going into that fight, the UFC didn't have her picture. Like right here where you see all of these fucking pictures, UFC 223, the UFC didn't have hers up. You know what I'm saying? They just had a black face. You got somebody that's attractive and you're selling the fight, but you're not selling that face. So that was a big deal. I saw some people bring up, like, how do you not have her face up? And even if she's a 8, even if you don't have her at a fucking 10, you should have all your 8 pictures up. You know what I'm saying? Get it up there, sell the fight. So that was a big deal. That same difference with Yana Kun and Sakaya. They didn't have her picture up until the week of the fight, the fucking weekend of the fight. MMA Addict said, for real though. Oh yeah, I already read that. Tyler Lee said maybe Cyborg should go to the WWE and fight Ronda. I think she said she'll do that. She would be like excited for the opportunity or something. Alex J said Edgar got caught lacking. Got caught lacking, bro. That's a good way to put it. Given Surname said Joanna is a cutie when she wants to be. But yeah, Joanna definitely, she can put it together too. A lot of these girls can put it together, you know what I'm saying? Especially throwing that Instagram filter. No, I'm just fucking around. Summit K said, hey, did you see Connor's response to Tony's tweet? Tony got to Connor's head. No, I have not. I didn't even see Tony's tweet to Connor yet. I went and fucking tried to get a second monitor so I can make this broadcast better. didn't get that, don't have a power cord for it. So I've been doing some other stuff, trying to figure some stuff out for the channel for like the last few hours. So whatever's happened in like the last 5-6 hours, I didn't catch up on. So we can check that out in a second. But this is going to be the UFC 223 preview. So I'll read a couple more comments and then I'll just get into this. Let's see. I'm scrolling to the bottom. Alex J said, damn, they need to learn English. It's 2018. Mr. Unemployed said, yo, full time, would you let your girl do jiu-jitsu with other dudes? Fuck. I mean, if I was worried about her needing to defend herself, yes. But no. Yeah, but no. I mean, only if you're cool with your girl fucking other dudes, let her roll jiu-jitsu with dudes. Or, I mean, if you're fucking, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just real weird, man. It's from someone that's not a fighter. Looking at that, it seems real sexual, but I'm not a fighter. I understand when you're a fighter, it's a whole different level of respect, and I don't know how they get down in the jiu-jitsu class. I'm sure jiu-jitsu never ends in some fucking orgy or some shit, or maybe it does. I don't know. I don't know jiu-jitsu, but I'm just saying, whenever I'm looking at jiu-jitsu as an outsider, thinking about my girl rolling with the dude, I'm thinking about fucking sex. I'm thinking about his sweaty body, her sweaty body, doing all type of motherfucking bumping and grinding, my dog. You know what I'm saying? So outside looking in, that shit just don't sound fun to me. It don't sound... But if I was a fighter and I kind of understood, like, come on, coach would never fucking even think about putting, you know, rubbing his dick all on my... You know, he would never think about holding the triangle choke too long on my girl. You know, not coach. That's different. If she was rolling with, like, Nate Diaz's, you know, the old dude that's always been Nate Diaz. I don't know his name, but you know their coach, their jiu-jitsu coach. If it's an older dude like that, yes. But you know, these other jiu-jitsu, you ain't rolling with no fucking these younger guys. You know, not no my age. You better be learning from and even them older dudes. I don't know if they're trying to put their dick all in your face. You know what I'm saying? So fuck all that. Alex J said, hell no, I won't allow that shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know. I don't know about all that. It's interesting. Tim May Vlogger said, I've been lagging to make my first album. Oh, shit. I want to feature on that joint. Put me on there. Put me in the game, coach. All right. Well, give us her name. I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to get to the preview. Y'all young fellas will learn. The woman is going to do what she wants either way. Just live with it and smash when you can. Hey, see, and that's another thing. I mean, you know, your chick's going to, if she wants to do jiu-jitsu, she's probably going to set her mind to, but I mean, at the same time, you know what I'm saying? If my chick ain't going to be like, it ain't going to be like, hey, I'm going to fucking roll with Nate Diaz, whether you like it or not. Well, bitch, take your fucking bags with you. You know what I'm saying? We're done. You can go roll with the fucking scrap pack. But all right, let's get to these UFC 223 previews. Starting with Maribek Taisimov versus Evan Dunham. From what I'm remembering correctly, Maribek Taissimov's been having a hard time finding opponents. Let's check out his UFC record. 4-0, holy smokes, 5-0, 5-fight winning streaks. Only loss was to Michael Prochaska. That's who missed weight versus Desmond Green and won the fight. I remember that name. That's who missed weight. Okay, so he's only lost once in the UFC. He's still unranked, about to move into the ranking. Holy fuck! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-fight winning streak, all KOs? Maribek Taisimov's not fucking around. He only 21, from Russia, fighting out of Australia. Niggas well worldly traveled and shit. Holy fuck, Evan Dunham, duck your motherfucking taco. Holy flying flipping flapjacks. Evan Dunham, 36, having to fight a young killer, coming off of a majority decision draw to Beneil Dariush. Before that, 4-fight win streak. Oh, yeah, I don't know about this one. I'm pretty sure Taisimov's coming in here to fucking get shit done, because he's fighting people like Rick Glenn, Joe Lozon, Ross Pearson. You know, I'm not seeing the young killers like Maribek Taisimov. I'll probably lean toward Taisimov in that fight. Whew, I didn't know Taisimov was low-key on that streak like that, brother. Of course, we got the GOAT, Artemis Lobavius, the Russian Hammer, not fucking around, coming to swing that thing at Bruce Leroy, Alex Caceres. Holy fuck, that's going to be a fun fight. This is the people's main event right here. I might not even preview another one of these fights. We should just probably just sit here and fucking marvel at this spectacle. Look at this fight. It's going to be a great fight, brother. No, all jokes aside, this is going to be a fun fight. It's a striking affair. I don't see either one of these guys trying to wrestle fuck the other guy. It's going to be someone's getting punched, someone's getting kicked, someone's getting fucking... Alex Caceres might throw some spin shit. He might be motivated. You know, Alex Caceres trains with the Bull, Sean O'Malley. This is one thing I'll say about Alex Caceres. I hope he gets his hair braided, bro. That's my thing about Alex Caceres. Like, you know, whenever someone comes into a fight, Benson Henderson, all these guys train at the MMA lab with Sean O'Malley, and they got this dope ass hair. When my hair grows out, it's kind of like Alex Caceres's. But this is the thing. Whenever you sweat and your hair's like that, it gets in your fucking way. So whenever I'm watching a fighter, and I know that you know that I know that you know, well, you don't know that I know, but I know that you know that when your hair fucking sweats and gets in your way, that's a hindrance. So I just don't, I hate it when anybody fights and they don't do something with their hair. Like Sean O'Malley, he got his shit braided. I fucking loved to see that, because if you're going to keep the hair, do your thug dizzle. But you just get that joint braided or get it something done to, even if you're getting a ponytail, it's probably going to fall out. Get that shit braided and you're in the game. Whoop ass. If Alex Caceres comes into this fight with his hair braided, he's kicking ass. If he comes in with the fro, Artem Lobov says you gotta go. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I don't even really want to go into the records because Artem Lobov, he's coming off of a loss to Andre Fili. 2-fight losing streak, Cub Swanson, Andre Fili. Before that, he beat Teruto Ishihara and Chris Avila, which was Nate Diaz's homeboy. That was on the Diaz versus Conor card. Both their homies fought. Got that dub over Chris Avila. So he's 2-4 in the UFC, but he's still one of the fucking GOATs. For sure, greatest of all time, no ifs, ands, or buts. Let's go to Alex Caceres. Let's take it over there, over here yonder. Alex Caceres, 13-11, 29 years old, not fucking around. And then another thing, I heard one of his interviews one time on the lead-ups to one of his fight. I don't even know if he was just saying this just to sell the fight or if he was serious, but why would he lie about it? He might have even been talking to Ariel Helwani. He said like his girl's in like law school or something, and whenever she gets out, they plan on like leaving this country, and you know, he didn't even really care about becoming champion, none of that shit. He's just doing this for fun, you know, martial arts, having fun. So I respect that. So that's just a fan favorite guy. He don't give a damn about the belt. So that's cool as hell. But you know, that's why this fight makes so much sense versus Artem Lobov, because who cares about rankings for this fight? This is just gonna be a fun fucking style matchup. Throw this joint out there and let's fucking see the fight. I want to see this fight probably more than a lot of the fights on the card. It's gonna be fun, bro. I really think this is going to be a fun fight. And that's the perfect word, fun. Whatever the fuck that means, it's going to be a fun fight. So he's coming off of a loss to Wang Guan via split decision. Got a win over Rolando Dai. Lost to Jason Knight, Yair Rodriguez. Let's fucking go. This is going to be a great fight, dog. What the fuck you really talking about? Beck Rawlings versus Ashley Evans Smith. 7-7 versus 5-3. The Rebel Girl versus Rowdy Beck Rawlings. If I'm not mistaken, Rowdy Beck Rawlings' last fight was versus Jessica Rose Clark. Has she fought again since then? Yeah, she's on a 3-fight losing streak. Tisha Torres, Paige Van Zandt, Jessica Rose Clark. She's going to be coming in here fighting Mrs. Ashley Evans Smith. How old is she? She's 29 years old. So, of course, fighting out of Australia. She's going to be fighting Mrs. Ashley Evans Smith, 30 years old, 5-3. She's coming on a 2-fight losing streak to Sarah Miraz and Caitlin Vieira. Caitlin Vieira's higher level competition for sure than I saw on the other. Than anybody Beck Rawlings was fighting, I would assume. Caitlin Vieira is a big girl too, so that means she had to have been fighting at 135. So now is she going down to 125? Because I think Jessica Rose Clark and Beck Rawlings fought at 125. Sarah Miraz, yeah. So she's a. Is this fight happening at 125 or 135? That's the real question. Might be at 135. I'll probably lean toward Ashley Evans Smith. She was on a 2-fight winning streak. Marion Renault. I don't know much about Veronica. I know Marion Renault's not known. It's not easy to get a win over Marion. That was a split though, so that was a close fight. I'm gonna have to check out Sarah Miraz. I'm not doing my fucking predictions right now, but this is gonna be a fun fight. It's gonna be a dope fight. I just used fun. We used dope. It's gonna be a dope fight. No, it's gonna be. I do know both of these names. So like, if I know both their names and shit, then I want to see them fight because it's like, hey, I fucking know these folks. But so Off the top of my head, I would probably lean toward Ashley Evans Smith, but it's going to be a dope fight. Joe Lozon versus Chris Grudemaker. Grudem, I don't want to butcher that last name. 13-3. Chris is not fucking around. 31, not fucking around. 31 years old, coming off of 31 years old, so he's not fucking around. He's in the UFC. That's how you know he's not fucking around. He's coming off of a 2-fight losing streak to Davey Ramos, Chaz Skelly. Got some wins over some truckers I ain't never heard. Ryan Diaz, but not related to the other Diaz's, I'm assuming. So yeah, he doesn't look like he's really been tearing shit up. But he's gonna be fighting Joe Lozon. Probably Joe Lozon, didn't he usually get fight of the night in his last fight? Am I tripping? Oh, he got knocked out by Clay Guida. I thought he had a fight of the night recently. Maybe not. Clay Guida, he got that knockout. Stevie Ray. Okay, yeah, this fight I'm not too excited for. Joe Lozon might get the W. I don't know much about Chris. Let's move on to the next fight. Ray Borg versus Brandon Moreno. That's going to be a fight. This fight, low-key title implications. You know what? One fight after this for either one of these guys, they could probably be in them title talks. Ray Borg just lost to Demetrius Johnson. Brandon Moreno lost to Sergio Pettis. He was on a 4-fight winning streak before that. Let's fucking go. He's only 24 years old. Very, very fucking young kid. And he's jiu-jitsu ace and shit. You know what I'm saying? It looked like that for a while. His last fight, not so much. But he still, he had, if I remember correctly, he did try to lock in a couple submission attempts versus Sergio Pettis. But I would have to go back and watch the fight. But he's got 4 takedowns here and shit. But yeah, that fight, I thought Brandon Moreno was going to win and like show up fighting for the title type shit, because he went to Mexico City. I remember, if I recall, he took the fight, I don't want to say short notice because it was in Mexico City. That was his hometown. Yeah, that was the Luis Smolka fight. But yeah, man, Brandon Moreno, I was up on that kid for a while. He's still young, though. He's got a lot of room to grow, flyweight division and stuff. But that's a fun fight. Winner's not going to fight for the title immediately. Maybe one other fight, as I said. And they probably can't even beat Demetrius Johnson, to be real. Neither one of those guys can beat DJ, so fighting for the title doesn't really mean too much. I don't see either one of these guys beating Demetrius Johnson anytime soon. I mean, but still, they're, you know, dope flyweight fighters, like top 5 guys. That's kind of like some of these other divisions. Yeah, no one's beaten Tyron Woodley and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, but the rest of those guys you like watching fight, you still want to see fucking Robbie Lawler versus RDA and all, you know, these other fights. It doesn't matter if they might not beat the champion at this moment. I think we're about to start the pay-per-view main card. One of these fights is not going to make the pay-per-view. I don't know how they're going to sort that around, which one's going to be the main event of the prelims or whatnot, but we'll just go in this order for now. Felice Herrig versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Felice Herrig's been looking for this opportunity for a while to fight a top 5 girl, Karolina Kowalkiewicz. She's coming off of a win over Jodie Esquibel after being, you know, losing to Joanna and then being submitted by Claudia. But I think Karolina's going to come in here, man, and get the job done. Just off the top of my head, I mean, of course she's been fighting the top ranked strawweights. This fight is Felice Herrig. She's on a 4-fight winning streak. Damn, I didn't know she won 4 fights in a row, low key. Holy smokes. Paige Van Zant won 4 fights in a row. Alexa Grasso, Caitlin Curran, Justine Kish, Courtney Casey. But those aren't the Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Claudia Gadelha, Jessica Andrades of the world, and so on. So she's been getting those wins, but not over those top 5 girls. But she wants that opportunity. She says she's been trying to get it. So we'll see. Yo, Felice Herrig could very well win this fight and move into the, you know, 5-fight winning streak title talks. Felice Herrig, yo, I might be asleep on her. I would lean toward Karolina just right now. But, yo, Felice Herrig might have something for Karolina. I'm not sure. It's going to be a fucking great fight. Karolina Kowalkiewicz. They're both about the same age, 32, 33, both of them. Coming off that win over Jodie Esquibel, who wasn't in the top 15 or anything. Win over Rose Namajunas, the current champ. Yeah, I'm going to lean Randa Marcos win. Yeah, Karolina Kowalkiewicz is not fucking around despite those 2 bumps in the road. I'm going with Karolina probably in that fight, but Felice, the Bulldog, that's a fucking great fight, bro. Paul Felder versus Ally Quinta, the Irish Dragon. Paul Felder 15-3 versus Ally Quinta. Paul Felder, bro, we went over this not too long ago. This motherfucker should be ranked he should be ranked. Like we were talking about Rustam Kabalov, motherfucker, 5-fight knockout. This dude's a 3-fight knockout streak, 2 performance of the nights over Stevie Ray, Charles Oliveira, and I don't know much about that guy. Got a loss to Francisco Trinaldo. Win over Josh. Yeah, so this is going to be a dope fight. I like Quinte. I don't think he fought at all in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. He's only fought like, man, he hasn't been very active. That's a fact. Yeah, he fought once in 2017 and he didn't fight at all in 2016. So he only fought once in the last 2 years. He's been doing real estate, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And he's going to be fighting Paul Felder, who's looking to really make a name for himself. He joined the UFC commentating team and shit like that. He's looking to really cement his name in the UFC fucking world, nigga. Not only just the record, but he was trying to climb up, be a successful lightweight, and do his thug dizzle as a commentator. He probably wants to, you know, be a champion as well, like the Cormiers and other guys he works with. So yeah, I think Paul Felder is going to be motivated for this fight. He's coming in trying to take everything Al Quinta's worked for. He wants his real estate money and all that shit. But it's going to be a great ass fight. Probably be on the pay-per-view. Might open up the, you know, be the main card main event. We'll see. Not the main card, the prelims. The main prelims main event, motherfuckers. Someone's like, "Oh, you called this the main card." Motherfucker, I meant the main prelims. Eat a dick. That's not the moral of the story. We got Michael Chiesa versus Anthony Pettis. That's going to be a fun fight, man. Damn. I don't know why I'm leaning toward Pettis on that fight. I do not know why. Michael Chiesa is higher ranked. I know he took that L to Kevin Lee. Before that, he beat Dariush. Before that, he beat Jim Miller. Mitch Clark. Lost to Joe Lozon. I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably going with Pettis in that fight, possibly. I'll probably go with Pettis in that fight. Just off the top of my head. Pettis, he lost to Holloway and shit like that. He's been going up and down weight. But I don't know. He just fought Dustin Poirier. He got knocked out in the 3rd round. He had that win over Jim Miller. I don't know who I'm picking in that fight, man. I don't see either one of those guys fighting for a title. This is kind of like the Artem Lobov-Bruce Leroy fight. I don't see, and kind of like the Brandon Moreno-Sergio Pettis fight. I don't see any of these guys fighting for a title. It's just going to be a fun fight. So what the fuck? Let's just watch a fun fight. I don't even really care who wins. It's going to be a fun fight. I don't really care who wins any of them fights. I just think it's going to be fun as fuck to watch all of them. Renato Moicano versus Calvin Kattar. Now, this fight, I believe Renato Moicano is going to win. For sure. Like, I know who I'm predicting in this fight. This motherfucker's not fucking around. He could have been 5 or 4-0 in the UFC. Split decision for Jeremy Stephens, even though the fight metrics looked like he did pretty well. Then also, he fought Brian Ortega. He was looking really good in that fight before being submitted. So, I mean, just Jeremy Stephens and Brian Ortega, them are 2 high-level guys. So, he's going to be fighting Calvin Kattar, who's 18-2, but I think he's only got like 2 fights in the UFC, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's got 2 fights. He just got that win over Shane Burgos. He got a win over Andre Feely. These guys are fighting in featherweight? These guys are fighting at featherweight. Okay, so Andre Feely, that's a cool win. Shane Burgos, that was pretty impressive. But I think Renato Moicano, man, if he would have beat Brian Ortega, he'd be 4-0 in the UFC, 12-0, like 28 years old. I'm just leaning toward Renato Moicano. And then also, if you go back and you look at Calvin Kattar's fights outside of the UFC, I don't remember the organization, like the Boston Fight League. I don't know what it was. But I remember, I think I predicted Shane Burgos in his last fight to win, just doing that research. So, I mean, hey, it might be, Calvin Kattar might come in here and get the W, but I'm pretty, just from the, names on his list, who they fought, his opponent, Renato Moicano, has been in there with definitely higher level guys as Jeremy Stephens and fucking, look where they're at today, the guys that he's fought. Jeremy Stephens is low-key fucking about to work his way to a title shot, and fucking Brian Ortega's in one. He's fought Jeremy Stephens and Brian Ortega most recently, and they're both fucking working their way to the title. So he's fought some high-level guys recently, and he almost beat them both. He got one of the W's. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watch this guy fight, that's for sure. I don't even remember watching him fight Stephens or Ortega off the top of my head, but I'm looking forward to watching his next fight. Let's see, we got Of course, you guys know who I'm predicting in the main event and co-main event. I got motherfucking hashtag and new, bro. White Nicholas, thank you very much for hitting subscribe and joining the full-time family, good sir. Yeah, so I got Joanna Jacek to win this fight. I don't think she's chopped liver. And if she wins, we're still looking at a trilogy. I mean, anybody can win this fight. It's going to be a good fight. But the amount of people that are treating Joanna like chopped liver, I just don't understand that. I don't think she got exposed. She got clipped or whatever. If she got clipped and she was just out of it, she tapped, whatever the fuck happened, she was out of it. She lost the fight. That doesn't mean she lost everything. It's not like Joanna just like, I don't know, I just didn't see, I didn't see her getting exposed that fight as much as just getting clipped and dropped. But hey, a lot of people treating Joanna like she got exposed, treating her like chopped liver. I just don't think that's the case. So I'm picking Joanna to get the W, set up a trilogy. Who knows who's going to win the trilogy? We'll see when it comes there. But hey, fucking crazy fight, crazy. That's going to be a dope fight. Everyone can't wait for that fight. Interesting thing about this is Joanna fought Carolina at Madison Square Garden, and they're both on this card, and it's in New York, but it's in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of close, and they're both on this card, so that's pretty cool. Of course, I'll have Quinto from New York. He's going to probably have the home crowd. But then Tony Ferguson, Khabib. I mean, I could literally fucking just... Should we react to this again? You know what I'm saying? Like, that fight's insane. It's got to happen, though. And then on top of that, as soon as one punch is thrown, Conor's getting stripped, which means Tony Ferguson might be the champion for like 5 minutes if he... That's a whole interesting, sticky, weird situation in itself. Tony Ferguson getting a little bit into the stick. But if Tony Ferguson beats Khabib, I don't think there's not much people talking about that. If it were to happen, holy fuck. Tony Ferguson, he's already a fighter's fighter, but if he came through, and that would be nuts. That would be nuts. I wonder if Tony Ferguson would become a superstar if he beat Khabib and Conor got stripped. Now he's the lightweight champ. Or does the world still kind of just treat him like El Kukui? Like, I don't know why. He's not getting, I don't know. He doesn't have the same love around the world as Khabib and Conor. But he's fucking arguably, I don't know. He's on a 10-fight winning streak, 11-fight win streak in the UFC. He's not fucking around. This is going to be a great fight. But I'm hashtag and new. I just think it's going with, I think Khabib's going to get the job done. But Tony Ferguson is the guy for the task. If anybody's going to get it done. He's even got the belt on his shoulder. I can't wait for the fucking Vegas odds to see if Tony Ferguson is going to be the underdog coming in as the champion. We've seen champions as the underdog before. I believe Stipe might have been the underdog. It's fucked up, though, when a champion is an underdog. But at the same time, I just have a feeling there's probably going to be a lot of money bet on Khabib. If Khabib was the underdog, niggas is betting their whole life savings on Khabib. So I have a feeling Khabib's probably going to be like a fucking plus 180 or a 200 favorite or something coming into this fight. So, man, it's going to be a crazy fight, but that's not going to happen for about another month. You know, UFC London is 2 weeks from now. UFC 223 is 4 weeks from now. No UFC event next week. I don't know if there's Bellator. We'll figure out something to do for fucking next week, and you know what it is, full-time family. So I'm going to check out and see what y'all got to say. Then we'll probably shut the stream down for the night, but yeah. It's been fun, you know what I'm saying? Thanks for coming through and chilling, see what y'all are talking about before I shut it down, though. MMA Addict, bada bing, bada boom, not fucking around. Zero Soup said, in DC stomps cello in wrestling. Terry Croak said, Conor will jump the cage and cockslap Dana. Holy smokes it. Zero Soup said, Conor will cockslap Dana, but either way. MMA Addict said, I want to see what's next for Super Cash when Conor gets stripped. He's having a fucking party, bro. You crazy? I haven't heard from Super Cash in a long-ass time. Maybe we should go check out one of his videos or something. White Nicholas said, Tony takes it triangle choke. Hey. It's probably, man, he's going to welcome takedowns. Clayton Funky said, I don't see Khabib beating Conor, but I can see Tony beating Conor. He's a better version than Nate. But this is the thing. It's not like Nate Diaz is a bad matchup for Conor. It's actually the ideal matchup, his team said. John Kavanaugh, Conor's head coach, said, if we could build a fighter as Conor's perfect opponent, we would want him to be exactly like Nate Diaz. which kind of explained why they took that fight out of all the other people, you know, on short notice. Like, they thought that was his best chance, maybe just getting the win and getting to the Aldo fight, because his coach said Nate Diaz is their best matchup. So it's just because you have a style like Nate Diaz doesn't mean you're a good matchup for Conor just because he got it done. But I see where you're coming from, for sure. But a lot of people think Conor's weakness is the wrestling, like a Khabib. But then they think he could get clipped. So, I mean, it's a crazy triangle up there, but I see what you're saying. Brendan Shaw's Pink Boots said, I'd jump full-time guard any day. What's up, big boy? Tyler Lee said, yo, full-time, if Tony gets hurt, do you think the UFC should promote Khabib versus a bear for the belt? Khabib versus the fucking Brooklyn Bear, bro. Go to the Brooklyn Zoo, get a bear. Khabib versus the bear. It's on. Tony's the champ. Honestly, man, Tony fucking Ferguson, if Khabib can't make the fight, he should just become the champion. Honestly. But, I mean, I've said enough on this video. Tony is the hungry version of Nate Diaz, said White Nicholas. Gary Kindred Jr. said Super Cash put a weird-ass video the other day with just a bunch of letters and numbers as the title. I didn't even look at it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there. But with that being said, y'all, I'm going to get to bed. Thanks for coming through to the live stream, man. Hit subscribe if you're new. We'll be back on this joint tomorrow after the felony interview. Hopefully it happens this time. We'll see. I'll keep y'all posted. Thanks for chilling with your boy, and much more updates as always to keep coming. Keep making the stream better. Keep making the channel better. Thank you guys for everything. I'm out. Oh shit! Full-time family. I wonder if we're still here. I wanted to play this fucking Darren Till interview, bro. The fucking interview somebody. Oh, I don't even have it pulled up, bro. Hold on. Darren Till was talking about some shit. Like, in the title, I have Darren Till interview, and we didn't even go over it. Holy smokes. What type of fucking title would that be? Alright, let's find this thing. Just real quick. That's what we can exit on. Here we go. Fuck out of here. Check me out. I'm going to start playing. Okay, so where we're about to start playing this interview, they just asked Darren Till if he thinks he'll be fighting Wonderboy. So, if he thinks he'll be fighting Wonderboy next. So, let's get this going to the other one. Yeah. Look at your boy, nigga. We're about to be doing reaction videos tomorrow. I don't know. We might. We figured it out. But let's go. Alright, so the interviewer just asked him, so, you know, with the way that the welterweight division is kind of just stalled, there's not a lot of moving pieces. Do you think you'll inevitably fight Wonderboy?
Yeah, it's gonna be, yeah. He's not getting any younger, and I'm the...
Let me tell you guys whose video this is. MMA Knit. It's a 15-minute interview. You can go watch the full video there.
young gun. Let's just fight. What? Who does he want to fight? So basically, he wants to fight. I seen him. He wants to fight Dos Anjos to see who gets the title shot. So that if he beats Dos Anjos, which he will beat, does that mean he gets a third go at the title shot? It doesn't make much sense. We all know he can't beat Tyron Woodley, so give someone else a chance. So fight me and beat me, and then fight someone else and get yourself another shot if be, or fight me and lose, and then let me fight someone else, or let me fight for the title and see if I can take Tyron out, and which I am the guy to do. So you know, we all know Tyron's like, you know, he's a safe fighter. He's you know, he's trying to protect the belt, and you know, okay, fair play. Until someone beats him, he's the champion. You know, he's clanting on that he wants like a money fight or something with Diaz, and it just doesn't make any sense. He knows he's going to beat Diaz. You know, he's just going to wrestle for him. We all know Diaz hasn't got no wrestling, so I don't really know.
Darren just coming with the heat in this interview. I'm telling y'all, he's not sounding this. He's not doing it like disrespectful. He's just saying it like a matter of factly, like Diaz don't got no wrestling. He's just gonna wrestle for Diaz. Why wouldn't Wonderboy fight me? I mean, even if he beats RDA, which he should be the favorite, everyone's gonna pick Wonderboy to beat RDA. So he's taking a fight that we already know he's gonna win. And even when you beat RDA, you can't fight Tyron because you already fought him twice. So why not just fight me now? So he's saying eventually Wonderboy's gonna have to fight me. Even if I gotta fight Nelson first, even if I gotta fight Mike Perry and then Gunnar Nelson and then Wonderboy, you're gonna have to fight me. You're not getting younger, so why not do it now? I also saw Darren Till retweet on Twitter, but I also saw him retweet what I've been saying. You know, Johnny Hendricks gave Wonderboy an opportunity when he was ranked 9, and when Wonderboy was ranked 9 and Johnny Hendricks was ranked number 2. Johnny Hendricks gave you that opportunity. Now Darren Till's ranked 7 and you're ranked number 1. What's the difference between Johnny Hendricks giving you that opportunity and you giving Darren Till that opportunity? We see this going on a lot. Sometimes you're given opportunities. Sometimes it's time to give opportunities to other fighters. And so that's what I've been saying for a long time. Like, what do you mean the Darren Till fight doesn't make sense for Wonderboy? It makes perfect sense. And all the arguments I've been making, Darren Till's team is making these arguments now. Like, listen, you're not fighting for the title. Doesn't matter. You should probably just fight Darren Till at this point. And he's saying that. He also went on to talk about Nate Diaz and Tyron Woodley. Said, yeah, Tyron Woodley wants the money fight or whatever, but he's just going to beat Nate Diaz, wrestle fuck him. We know Nate Diaz ain't got wrestling, so he's kind of talking trash, saying Diaz ain't got wrestling and doo-doo-doo. If you wanted to clickbait this video, you could say, Darren Till says Nate Diaz doesn't have any wrestling. Darren Till says Tyron Woodley would just wrestle fuck Nate Diaz. Darren Till says Wonderboy. But, so he's saying a lot of actual entertaining shit. But it's not coming off as, like, disrespectful trash talk. He's just sounding matter-of-factly convincing you, let's get it on.
No, just don't know the mentality of these guys, Jim. Don't really know.
You seem to be on a very different kind of wavelength to these guys. You just seem to want to fight. You want to get your way to the title. Is that, I guess, is the natural process and the natural kind of path for you to the title to fight Thompson and then potentially get Woodley later on in the year? Do you think that will put you in the position?
Maybe it will, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. I would happily fight Thompson then fight Gunner. I'm not scared.
He said, I would fight Thompson, earn the number 1 spot, and then go back and fight Gunner. We can do it in whatever order. We can fight Wonderboy today and Gunner tomorrow. We can fight Gunner today and Wonderboy tomorrow. Doesn't matter to me. I want to fight. And that's the fucking killer about this. So willing to fight and ready to fight. He won the Donald Cerrone fight in like 1 minute. Donald Cerrone's been back and fought before him. So it's like he's ready to fight anyone. Gunner, Perry, Usman, Woodley. But for whatever reason, he's not getting booked. That's pretty unfortunate when you got a fucking young guy like this ready and willing to fight all of the top guys. Then move divisions. So, I mean...
I'm not scared of Thompson. I'm not scared of Usman. I'm not scared of anyone. Perry fights today, does he, tonight?
He fights tonight, yeah.
I hope he calls me out, and then I'd gladly fight Perry, Thompson, Gunner, and then I'd fight Woodley.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Listen, at the end of the day, mate, the title's coming to me no matter what. It's coming to me. I'm not worried about the welterweight title or the middleweight title. I'm worried about the light heavyweight title. I know I'm going to get the welterweight title. That is my title. And they...
I'm not worried about the welterweight title. I'm not worried about the middleweight title. I'm worried about the light heavyweight title. Fuck. I fucking love how Darren Till completely disregards the middleweight division every single day. Like, he always says, I'm a fucking light heavyweight fighting at welterweight. I'm gonna take 3 belts. Bro, the middleweight division is such a fucking afterthought to this guy. It's like, yeah, right now we're dealing with Wonderboy and Woodley. Fast forward, light heavyweight. Doesn't mention middleweight. He's not concerned. But check this out. Darren Till is the welterweight champion in 2020. Israel Adesanya is the middleweight champion in 2020. Holy fuck. The new Conor McGregor versus the new John Jones. Champion versus champion super fight, but they both have to become champions first. The last style bender at Israel Adesanya, the Darren the fucking Gorilla Till. 20 motherfucking 20. I think I'm going to end this on that. But yeah, if you want to check out Darren Till's full interview, it's full of good shit. You can go check it out on the MMA NYT YouTube channel. Pretty good interview, but I wanted to show some of that with you guys and just, hey, Darren Till's the fucking truth. Willing to fight any of these dudes, but his team in the UFC is not really getting them booked. Or I don't know if it's his team or the UFC. On Twitter today, Darren Till said it's his team. You know what I'm saying? He said, you know, the UFC won't book me. I'll fight this guy, just waiting on the UFC to book me. He also said he's like back in full training and he might have an opponent. So maybe he just got his contract signed today. I think it'll probably be Gunnar Nelson, UFC Dublin. We'll see. But I think that's what it's going to be for Darren Till. I think it's going to be Gunnar Nelson, UFC Dublin. Hopefully that's not a fight pass, because if so, we'll see. But all right, so that's one last thing I wanted to see. So let me see what you guys are saying real fast about that Darren Till interview. Because, yeah, I wanted to show you all that shit. Let's see. This man is a killer, said 007 Bond. I'm telling you, he ain't fucking around. Gamer said Usman versus Santiago. And that's another name he mentioned. He said, I'll fight Santiago even. Like, all of these guys Darren Till wants to fight. Kobe versus Wonder Boy. Let's take that off the screen. That's probably pretty fucking annoying, right? Full screen. Alright, now what are we talking about? 007 Bond, this man's a killer. Gamer said Usman versus Santiago, Kobe versus Wonder Boy, Till versus Nelson, Masvidal versus Maes. And let's get that middleweight, or that welterweight deck shuffling. That's what I'm saying. MMA vlogger Real Talk Forum said Waterboy won't fight Darren Till, but keeps calling out RDA. Come on, Wonderboy, you're not getting a title shot against Woodley. Yeah, it's like, honestly, that kind of feels like some bully shit low-key. Low-key. I'm not, I mean, Wonderboy's too innocent to call a bully, but I'm just saying, like, you're willing to fight the smaller RDA, but not quite the bigger Darren Till. And I'm not saying it has anything to do with the size. Before, it was because of the rank. He said, you know, it doesn't make sense to fight Darren Till. He's ranked lower than me. Well, now the new rankings came out, and now he's the top ranked, so that argument's not there anymore. So now for Wonderboy, it's like, okay, are you going to fight Darren Till, or are you still only fighting RDA? Because I think it's fair to say Wonderboy is going to be a heavy favorite going into an RDA fight. That's not a good matchup for RDA. Wonderboy is going to be a lot bigger. What are you going to do? You're not going to take him down. You know, I mean, you know, that just seems like a terrible matchup for RDA. So, you know, and a great matchup for Wonderboy. So, like, to be calling out your good matchup and kind of avoiding Darren Till when you've already fought for the title twice, it's like, nah, that's not sitting the right way at all. Like, you fought for the title twice. Even if you beat up RDA, what's next? You're going to sit until Tyrant's not the champ? That ain't fucking tight. Gary Kendrick Jr. said he's not getting another title shot until Woodley loses or retires. Low Wonderboy has the frame to go to middleweight, though. That's what I'm saying. Maybe the plan is beat RDA and then just sit out until Woodley loses the belt. Maybe that's the plan. Owen said these young guns are changing the UFC. Oh, there's some killers coming, bro. Oh, there's some killers, some fucking fun fighters coming, and some killers. Whoo! Great time to be an MMA fan. White Nicholas said, what's the highlight of this channel, do you think? Oh, I got no clue. For me personally, I'll say the Sean O'Malley interview. That's insane. You know what I'm saying? That's a UFC fighter. I know it's before but that's crazy. I interviewed a fucking fighter, you know what I'm saying? It didn't record. But still, I remember seeing the fucking Bone collection, had the Christmas tree in the background, had the weed robe on, had his boys in the background. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That was fucking crazy to me. But, I mean, I don't know which way you want to go with it. The highlight of the channel could be, I mean, I don't know, the first time I got a fucking YouTube check and realized, you know, like, even though it was $300, $400, like, oh shit, I'm getting a YouTube check now. What the fuck's really going on? Like, yeah, we've been, you know, I don't know. There's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? I've had a lot of highlights. I don't know which one you would count of the channel, though. I mean, you know? But, yeah. Let's see. What did my guy say? Gamer Rose said, so what happens when Wonderboy goes on a 3-4 fight winning streak? Well, if he went on a 3 or 4 fight winning streak, he'd probably fight for the title again, because technically it's 1 fight, 1 draw. If Wonderboy beat four guys in 2018, he could fight for the title again. But he's not being that active to get the title shot. He's kind of like, I don't know if this is a 100% fact. We know he had that hand injury, but it's not. That doesn't seem like the route he's going. You know, I'll fight Darren Till, and then I'll fight RDA, and then I'll fight someone else, and then I'll fight Woodley again. It's like, I'll fight RDA, and then I don't know what the fuck's going to happen, honestly. But, yeah. I do think if Wonderboy went on the 3 or 4 fight winning streak, he'd get another title shot. MMA Vlogger said, best outro, Bellator. I'm repping Bellator. Hey, y'all want to fucking run that on the outro? I'll run that. Fuck it. White Nicholas said, top 5 UFC prospects. Sean O'Malley, Israel Adesanya, Darren Till. Those three for sure. Who am I missing? You can go Mackenzie Dern, the WMMA route, but I don't know if she's got the same, like, I don't know if she's got the same, you know, potential to win all of her fights, you know, in exciting fashion and get the fans that way. But, I mean, she could put out some twerk videos and get a pretty good following. No, but as far as fighting prospects, I can Curtis Blades at heavyweight. Boom, let's go. Sean O'Malley, Darren Till, Israel Adesanya, Curtis Blades ain't fucking around. Light heavyweight, middleweight, we got Israel, welterweight, lightweight. You can go James Vick. James Vick ain't fucking around. Kevin Lee, he's a prospect you can still consider. We can go to featherweight. I know that's more than 5. Featherweight, Brian Ortega. Fuck yeah, Brian Ortega. Bantamweight. I mean, that's more than 5, but yeah, there's some fucking up-and-coming talent, bro. Owen said, highlight is full-time hard work. Much appreciated, man. Gamerow said, they gonna put that on Fox. DC or Stipe? I got Stipe, bro. I mean, I just haven't seen DC at heavyweight in long enough. I know Stipe isn't the biggest heavyweight. Fuck, bro. That's gonna be a good fight. And if DC wins, I'm gonna be riding harder for DC than y'all think I ride for O'Malley, bro. DC is the fucking GOAT. That's my argument, and I will defend it. Fucking, if he beats Stipe and becomes the champ at light heavyweight and heavyweight, and the only person he ever lost to was John Jones, who fucking popped dirty, and he was undefeated at heavyweight, became the champion, beat Roy Nelson, beat Frank Mir, beat fucking Stipe Miocic. You fucking kidding me? That will be the greatest fighter of all fucking time. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If that's the case. Holy shit. But I don't know if he's going to be able to get past Stipe. But if he did get past Stipe, that would make him the greatest, not even fucking close. White Nicholas said, DC is a fucking G, bro. I agree. MMA Vlogger Real Talk Forum said, DC needs to gain weight. He looks small. I mean, Stipe looks small versus Ngannou, so it's going to be interesting to see the size differential. DC did say he didn't want to go back down before, so we'll see if he puts on a lot of weight, what's going on. White Nicholas said, top 3 great MMA fights. I'll give you one that always comes to the top of my head. Well, actually, no. Let's do this. Yancy Medeiros versus Cowboy Oliveira. Cub Swanson versus Duho Choi. That one was, of course, really fun. I'm going with the recent, like, fight of the year contenders, but I know one of my favorite fights for sure. Like, those are the ones that have been recent fight of the year contenders that I'm sure everybody loved. But one of my favorite fights I always go back to, one of my favorite moments in MMA history is Max Holloway, Ricardo Lamas in the 3rd round. When Max Holloway was already up 2 rounds, bro. He was already fucking up, right? Winning the fight, he could have just let it go to decision. There's like 15 seconds left. Max Holloway points at the ground like, yo, let's fucking just throw down. Fuck it. Max Holloway's the one with everything to lose, and he's the one like, you want to throw down in the middle, nigga? You know what I'm saying? And they start throwing down, and Max Holloway wins the exchange. They're going back and forth, rock'em sock'em robots. Max Holloway initiated it, and he didn't have to, and he still wins the exchange. Oh, I was going crazy that night, bro. That's one of my favorite fucking moments for sure. All right, let's play Bellator, rep and Bellator, and hop on out of here. I wanted to play a little bit of that Darren Till interview, so yeah, thanks for sticking around. But yeah, let's play Bellator. I'm repping Bellator. Hey, let's see if I can find it. I just somebody just put me on my tag game, like I wasn't doing my YouTube tags right. So if you just search something, it might not pop up for my channel. But now that I'm figuring out my tags, it works. Dana White versus Scott Coker battle rap. Watch, it probably won't pop up. Oh, it did. But yeah, a lot of the stuff, if you search it like that, won't pop up. Alright, y'all. Alright, before I run this, I want to say thank y'all for watching. I'm going to run this song, Bellator. Scott Coker versus Dana White, the fantasy fucking battle rap. And thank y'all for staying with me, checking out the live stream. Let's roll the motherfucking song. Let's get it.
Bellator, I'm reppin' Bellator, Bellator, Bellator. I'm reppin' Bellator, Bellator, Bellator. I'm reppin' Bellator, Bellator, Bellator. I'm reppin' Bellator. Look, Dana White, you found a fight. You said some shit that I ain't like about Bellator, so now it's time to back it up. Now grab the mic. You slap the fighters with the Reebok deal and treat them like some fools. I ask the fighters how the people feel, so people think I'm cool. Yeah, Scott Coker, baby, you ain't fucking with us. I'm like a stockbroker, baby, and I'm running it up. Go get your pot holders, baby. I'm like the oven to touch. And you can get Conor or Tony, Dana my Chandler, fucking him up. Whoa, whoa there, Scott. Whoa, what the fuck? Maybe when you smoke your pot, you shouldn't smoke so much. Because I know that you're high. Michael Chandler would die against Conor or Tony. Homie, so don't even try. Now, should I keep it with you, or should I get on your roster? Even Jimmy Smith is just a roster imposter. You got James Gallagher, he just wanna be Conor. You got Rory McDonald only cause we didn't want him. You see, Scott Coker, me and you, we are not kosher. You're not a stockbroker, boy, you're a stockholder. What the fuck were you thinking, sending that shitty diss my way? You need to think before you diss.
While you're at it, take these flyweights. Fuck you, Tom Matt. That was when Demetrius Johnson said Dana White was threatening to fold the whole flyweight division. While you're at it, take these flyweights. Yo, full-time family, that shit is so fun. Thanks for the subscription, White Nicholas and everybody. Thanks for coming through and checking it out. I'm about to shut the stream down if you're watching this on replay. Hi, Mom. No, I'm just fucking around. All right, I'll see y'all in a little bit, man. What's your rap name, bro? They call me motherfucking full-time MMA on the motherfucking mic. Fuck you, Tam Matt, dude. No, but if you want to hear some of my older songs back when I was just a fucking kid way down yonder, 18 years old, you could probably find them somewhere on the full-time MMA media channel. It's only got like 100 subscribers. You might not be able to find it, but they're out there. Ooh, I'm gone.